It was nice to see the BJP celebrating Yediyurappa, his half century in politics, 50 years of dedicated life to public service was something that did not go unnoticed, and the BJP celebrated it. Out of the 50 years that Yediyurappa has spent in public life, I have had the privilege of covering nearly 30 years along with him. It's been something that we watched very closely and noticed the way Yediyurappa's determination and the strong belief in what he thought was right carried him through. When the BJP was celebrating Yediyurappa, it came to my mind that we should share this journey of Yediyurappa's growth and the efforts he put in to bring the saffron flag to the south. Here's the report.
History is rarely written in a day. It is carved over decades. For Bukanakere Siddhalingappa Yediyurappa, or BSY as he is popularly called, the journey didn't begin in the corridors of power but in the humble town of Shikaripura. 50 years ago, a young man on a bicycle was a common sight in the Shivamoga district. He wasn't just a rice mill clerk or a small-time trader. He was a man fueled by an ideology that many in South India then considered foreign. In the 1970s, while the political giants of the era dominated the landscape, BSY was a foot soldier, walking into villages where the lotus was an unknown symbol. He didn't just join a party, he built its foundation with his own sweat, transforming personal struggle into a political movement. His rise was defined by one word: Horata, the struggle.
Being a true son of the soil from Shikaripura and Shivamoga, Yediyurappa's heart lay in the villages, and that's where his connect with the farmers was something that became a big asset for him.
Yediyurappa understood a fundamental truth about Karnataka. Its heart beats in its fields. He rebranded himself as the Raita Nayaka, the leader of the farmers. When he donned the green shawl, it wasn't a political costume, it was a promise. He led padayatras through parched lands and stood at the front lines of protests. His persistence paid off. By 1983, he walked into the Karnataka Legislative Assembly for the first time. It was a modest beginning, but it signaled the end of the status quo. But political life wasn't very easy for him. The checkered nature of his career began to show, wins followed by losses, and alliances followed by betrayals.
From the time that he took charge first time, the road was never easy for Yediyurappa, and we've seen it from close quarters as to how several people, including his own partymen, betrayed him and ensured his downfall. But every time that there were setbacks, he rose like a phoenix and ensured that he came back and fought those challenges and grew the party and himself.
Yet every setback was merely a setup for a larger comeback. He was the man who never knew how to give up. The year 2008 remains a watershed moment in Indian politics. Before this, the BJP was often labeled a North Indian party. B.S. Yediyurappa shattered that narrative. Under his leadership, Karnataka became the gateway to the south, the first time the saffron flag flew high over a southern state capital. As chief minister, his vision was as bold as his politics. He introduced the country's first separate agricultural budget, acknowledging that the farmer's economy was the state's economy. From the Bhagya Lakshmi scheme for the girl child to massive infrastructure pushes in Bengaluru, his governance was a blend of social welfare and modern ambition. But as the saying goes, the crown is never.
Being a true son of the soil from Shikaripura and Shivamoga, Yediyurappa's heart lay in the villages, and that's where his connect with the farmers was something that became a big asset for him. Even when the going got tough for him in the BJP and the government, he decided to split and make the KJP. The legal hurdles were not easy. Many of us, as reporters, have seen them very closely and the way he fought them. That was something which was a turning point in his life
But as the saying goes, the crown is never light. His career faced storms, legal challenges, party infighting, and the emotional upheaval of leaving the party he built to form the KJP, only to return and lead the BJP to victory once more in 2019. He proved that in Karnataka, BSY was not just a leader, he was an institution. Now, in 2026, as he marks 50 years in public life, the state of Karnataka is rising to salute its Lion of Shikaripura. This isn't just a political milestone, it's a celebration of a legacy. His Yediyurappa's career is often defined by the checkered legal battles that forced him in and out of the chief minister's chair. The turning point came with the Lokayukta report on illegal mining by Justice Santosh Hegde. The report indicted BSY for a 40 crore rupee kickback involving his family's trust and mining companies. Under immense pressure from the national leadership, he became the first sitting Karnataka CM to resign and be sent to jail, where he spent 21 days. For the next 5 years, BSY fought a grueling legal battle across multiple courts. His critics used these cases to label him tainted, but BSY maintained a singular stance: Satyameva Jayati, truth alone triumphs. The special CBI court eventually acquitted him of all charges in the mining case, ruling that the prosecution failed to provide evidence of a meeting of minds or criminal intent. This acquittal was his political rebirth, allowing him to lead the party once more in 2018 and 2019. If the saffron of the BJP gave him a platform, the green of the farmers gave him a soul. His engagement with the agrarian community is not just a policy, it is his primary political identity. Long before he was CM, BSY walked thousands of kilometers for the Bagher Hukum farmers. This grassroots activism built a loyalty base that stayed with him even when he left the BJP. Today, even at 83, his influence over the Lingayat community and the farming belt is the BJP's greatest asset. His son, B.I. Vijayendra, continues this pro-farmer branding, knowing that while leaders may come and go, the Raita Nayaka title is the only one that truly guarantees power in Karnataka, and Yediyurappa has earned it with sheer hard work and political acumen.
Behind the stern administrator, many of the journalists will also agree the fact that there was a very soft person in Yediyurappa who could interact, take feedback, suggestions from many of us. Having traversed the journey with him, we have also seen the several aspects in his life where he ensured that party came first and his own interests came later. This is something where a lot of young politicians need to learn from him, as we in the media learn from him, that if you need strong determination and will by your side, you can always win a battle. And Yediyurappa has the credit that he won several such battles in the 50 years. So as the party celebrates, one thing is very clear, that Yediyurappa's legacy is something that the people of the state will remember for a long time.